Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. You really should knock next time. I was just perusing my copy of William Zinzer's On Writing Well. It's a wonderful book, and you all should read it. But that's beside the point. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person tonight. It sounds like a wonderful little get-together, and I just want to thank you all. It's been a great semester. You're all very talented writers, and thank you, Mr. Ball, for really offering some great criticism and helping out my writing a lot. I know tonight is kind of supposed to be a nice summing up of the semester with some comedy. I hate to kill the mood, but I really don't have any comedy for you. So I guess, without further ado, which I know is a cliche, but still, I present a shocking expose about a very serious topic. Please, no laughter. In the course of human events, we sometimes encounter stories of such weight, of such shocking magnitude and consequence that we cannot help but take notice. This is one such story. A warning for small children and the elderly. The utter depravity that I describe, the total perversion of all that is good and innocent that I document, it may shock. It may offend. And it may just cause you to reassess every single one of your assumptions. And the worst part? It's all true. But let me start where all great stories start. Somewhere in the middle. It was late August, and I had arrived plump and innocent on the campus of Yale University. The trees rustled in the late summer breeze, and the buildings veritably dripped with prestige. After several hours of campus, my hometown was already an indistinct, hazy memory. What were my parents' names again? Turns out I couldn't escape my past for long. I hesitate to write further. The memory is simply too traumatic. The day was sunny and calm, a bright October morning, and I was idly tapping away at my computer, as is my custom on sunny days. All of a sudden, there was an unassuming beep. I had an email. Happily, unaware of the horror that awaited me, I opened the email. Oh, it's from the Newton Free Library. My dear hometown library. What on earth could they want from me? As my eyes scanned the email, my heart sank. My jaw fell slack. I urinated upon myself repeatedly. The simple phrasing belied the email's shocking message. Please return the following items for which fines are due. If lost, pay the replacement cost indicated. Thank you. Hardly able to comprehend, I cast my eyes downward. The Staple Singers, sound recording, by the Staple Singers. Cost, $15. The River in Reverse, sound recording, by Elvis Costello. $45. $60. The Newton Free Library wanted me to pay $60. Well, this was unacceptable to me. Sure, technically the CDs were due August 31st, and sure, technically it was currently October 4th. And yes, technically I did not have the slightest clue as to where the CDs were, but that's probably because I was in a different state from them. But come on, I'm not the kind of guy who steals CDs from the library. My mind roiled with a horrid mix of fear, anger, and guilt. I frantically called the library, offering to replace both CDs at a fair price. I could easily find that damn Elvis Costello CD on the internet for about $20. No, cackled a ghoulish voice. You've got to pay the replacement price indicated in the email. Plus, that Elvis Costello CD was a special edition. Yes, I know. The special edition is only $20. Please take pity upon me. No, came the response. We hate you. You shall pay $60, or we shall claim your firstborn child and mutilate your family in a secret librarian ritual. No, not my family. I love them. The next few days were hell. I became emaciated and sickly. I was haunted by the ad hominem character assassination that the library was trying to foist upon me. By accusing me of not returning the CDs, they implied quite a bit that I am irresponsible, that I am not true to my word, and that I have no respect for authority. But I love authority. Everyone knows that. It seemed clear that this was a problem to be fixed. And there was only one person who could set things right. My mother. I am always wary of unleashing my maternal proxy. Her mental powers have been known to disintegrate small buildings. But I was in another state, and I had no choice. Luckily, her precise Iowan logic and unshakable moral code won the day before it was necessary for her to destroy the library completely. Within 45 seconds of the start of her quest, she discovered one of the CDs in the car. Oops. But as for the other CD, things were looking bleak. My mother drove across the miles of lifeless tundra that form a bleak radius around the library. Visitors to the library comment on the permanent ashy clouds and bubbling lava pits that surround the building. When Mother Jordan entered the lobby, I imagine everyone fled. There was, presumably, a long, tense silence as my mother and the cunning librarian sized each other up from across the atrium. Having successfully seen into the soul of her prey, Mother Jordan approached the desk. "I think there's been a mistake," she said. "My son returned this CD." "Well, I'm sorry, ma'am," responded the librarian, idly mutilating a doll. "We've no record of the CD being returned." Mother Jordan had used her trump card right off and had nothing to show for it. The wild gambit had failed. She was defeated. Downcast, she turned and made to exit. I would have to pay the $45 after all. But then, in one of those moments that separates my mother from all other mothers, she had an intuition. It was a risky move, a daring one. But she went for it. "Why don't you look on the shelves? Just in case." The shelves. The very shelves from which the library claimed the CD had been filched. The librarian looked at my mother as if she were joking, but my mother's righteous glare told her otherwise, and she withdrew into the shadows of the library's vast system of caves and dungeons. Minutes passed. Beads of sweat formed on Mother Jordan's forehead. The tension, I imagine, was nearly unbearable. And then, from the hellish gaping maw behind the circulation desk, the librarian emerged. The CD was there, on the shelf. It was literally in the one place in the entire universe where it should have been. It was in the one place where the library had no excuse to claim it was missing. The librarian was contrite, her mouth wrenching itself into a crude smile. No late fees would be charged today. My name was removed from the enormous leather-bound tome where the librarians etched the names of all their victims in blood. The ordeal was over. But my mother destroyed the library anyway, just to teach them a lesson. Thank you.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.